Hey y'all, thanks for coming back to David Brews, where we explore the world of coffee, beer, and other delicious beverages. Tonight we're going to be looking at a beer. And tonight's beer, New Belgium 1554. Let's check it out. So they call this beer a dark lager. I've also seen it called a black ale or a black IPA. I've had this beer many times. It's one of my favorite beers. It's a dark beer. It kind of drinks, from what I remember, it kind of drinks like a lager. It looks like a porter or even a stout, but it's kind of deceiving. Once you get into it, you realize it's not as thick. It's not as rich as a stout or a porter would be. But let's go ahead and take a look. All right, so I poured up our beer. Let's go ahead and check it out. So I went ahead and wrote down some tasting notes from the brewery's website. I also went on beeradvocate.com and just kind of poked around it and see what other people were saying about it. Like I said, I've had this beer many times, so I know what it tastes like, but I was just curious to see how other people were describing it. All right, so we're talking about New Belgium today. New Belgium has two breweries in the United States, one in Fort Collins, Colorado, the other in Asheville, North Carolina. According to the New Belgium website, this beer is 6% alcohol by volume. It has 21 IBUs. They use lager yeast. They use nugget hops. And they use 5 different kinds of malts. They use pale malts, carapils, black, Munich, and chocolate malts. The black and the chocolate malts are going to be the malts that give this beer its particular color, its dark color. So let's go ahead and have a taste. Right off the top, I'm smelling dark chocolate, which is to be expected. There's definitely some roasted coffee notes in there too. Maybe even some banana, like a slight banana. Let's go ahead and taste it. It has a moderate sweetness, like a moderate malty sweetness to it. It's not as bitter as you would think. It's a little bitter. You kind of taste a little bit of bitterness, but it's not overwhelming. It's almost acidic, like a slight acidity too. And like I said in the beginning, it's not super thick. It drinks kind of like a lager, where it's pretty clean on the back end, but it has a full mouthfeel. It feels kind of like a porter would, or even like a light stout. Yeah, this time of year, I tend to drink darker beers, porters, stouts, stuff like that. This is a good in between. I mean, it's not, like I said, it's not super dark. It's not super thick either. You don't feel like you have to chew it. Man, I love this beer. All right, y'all. So that was our first beer review. If you have any suggestions for any future beers, coffee, tea, wine, anything like that, go ahead and put a comment down below. And thanks for hanging out with me tonight. Peace.